Hello students, welcome to our online teaching class of Bolangir Public School. Today we will discuss economics of class 9th, the part 2 of chapter 1, the story of village Palampur. In part 2, in the previous class we have discussed about the location of village Palampur, different factors of production, that is the organization of productions, the land, labor, physical capital and human capital. We have already discussed about it. Again, physical capital is divided into two parts. One is fixed capital and working capital. We have also discussed it. And how the village Palampur is a well-developed village. We have also discussed it. So, every production is organized by combining land, labor, physical capital and human capital. These are known as the four factors of production. We have already discussed all these things in the previous class. Now we will discuss about farming in Palampur. Farming in Palampur. Farming in Palampur, that is, I have told you that farming is the main economic activity in the village Palampur. Farming is the main economic activity. So, we will discuss farming in Palampur. Under this first sub-point, land is fixed. Land is fixed. As farming is the main economic activity in village Palampur, so 75% of people of Palampur were depending on the farming activities. They were working. They could be either farmers or farm laborers. The well-being of the people was totally depending on the well-being of the production from farming. If the production from farming is better off, then the lifestyle of then the livelihood of the people was becoming better off. On the contrary, if their farming production failed, so they had to lead a very miserable life. That we see during the period of the drought or other sort of things. But here there is basic constraints in raising farm production. Land area under cultivation is practically fixed. Land is fixed. So land area under cultivation is fixed. But it cannot be increased. The land area cannot be increased. Whatever was possible to prepare the cultivable land by 1960, 1970, it had already been turned into cultivable land. And here also the different standard of measuring, some traditional methods, traditional units of measurement were going on like bigha, guntha, all these things. But nowadays we are using hectare, acre to measure the land area. Here is there a way one can grow more from the same land? So as you know that land is fixed, land area is fixed. So here is a question for us, that is there a way? Is there a way to grow more from the same land? One can grow more from the same land. So we know that land area in village Palampur is fixed, it cannot be increased. So here is a question for us that, is there any way that one can grow more from the same land? Definitely there are different ways to grow more from the same land. The main reason why farmers are able to grow here, one thing is there a way one can grow more from the same land? Definitely. So many reasons, so many ways are there, different ways are there that the farmers of today, even the farmers in village Palampur, they can grow more from the same land in order to meet the deficit of the people in Palampur. So here, all land is cultivated in Palampur. No land is left idle. Land is purely, totally irrigated. So due to the well-developed irrigation system, it was being possible to practice up to 3 crops during a particular year. Okay, so here due to the different crops which are being grown like jowar and bajra. So jowar and bajra during the kharif crops, jowar and bajra were being cultivated, and during the period from October to December, third crop was cultivated. That is potato. Potato was also cultivated, and during the Rabi crops, wheat was being cultivated. So in this way, 3 types of crops were being grown in village Palampur due to the well-developed system of irrigation facility. Kharif crops, jowar and bajra, and another crop was grown in between the month October and December. This is potato, and during the Rabi season or the winter season, winter season the Rabi crops is being practiced, and that is the wheat was cultivated largely during the Rabi crops. The main reason of farmers, the main points why the farmers were being able to cultivate 3 types of crops only due to the well-developed system of irrigation facility in village Palampur. Whatever the total area of the land area, that is 200 hectares of land was available, or cultivable land, 200 hectares of land was available. All these were being cultivated. Of the total cultivated area in the country, a little less than, but now it is also less than 40%. A little, just of the total cultivated area in the country, a little less than 40% is irrigated even today. Whereas in village Palampur, whatever the land, cultivable land area was available, was totally irrigated. As such, the farming was big, well done. So here is the question that is there a way one can grow more from the same land? Definitely there are different ways. What are the ways? First, by practicing multiple cropping. So we can increase the productivity of the land by practicing multiple cropping. What is multiple cropping? Cropping to grow more than one crop on a particular piece of land during a year. To grow more than one crop on a particular piece of land in a particular cropping year, this is known as multiple cropping. It is the most common way increasing production on a given. All farmers in Palampur grow at least 2 main crops, and potato was the third crops which was being cultivated in village Palampur. Another way is also there, that is mechanized, that is known as the practice of modern method of cultivation, or mechanized modern method . Second way to increase the productivity from the same area or same plot of land by practicing modern method of cultivation. Modern method of cultivation, it is, we have to take the help. The farmers have to use the high yield variety of seeds, huge amount of chemical fertilizers and pesticides. It needs a huge amount of money to invest for investment. Okay, and here also. So which was this modern method of cultivation which started in the 1960s. It was the starting period of the Green Revolution. There is another point is coming, that is Green Revolution. What is Green Revolution? the scientific development in the field of agriculture is known as Green Revolution. The scientific development in the field of agriculture is known as Green Revolution. So during the 1960s, the Indian farmers especially, they adopted the modern method of cultivation by using high-yielding variety of seeds, chemical fertilizers, pesticides, everything. It needed huge amount of capital. It needed huge amount of water also. As such, the productivity, the output from the same plot of land increased to a large extent. So it has a lot of merits because the farmers could earn before this the farmers were earning just 13 quintals of wheat from 1 hectare of land. But after the practicing of modern method of cultivation, they could be able to produce 32 quintals of wheat from the same plot of land. Okay, so here the production also increased to a large extent. It enabled the farmers to meet their family deficit. They could maintain their livelihood in a better way. So all these are the merits of the. Besides, also by increasing their own income, they also help to increase the GDP of the country or the national income also. These are the merits of the Green Revolution. Besides merits, there are some demerits also. There are some demerits also of the Green Revolution. What are the demerits of the Green Revolution? When farmers are practicing modern method of cultivation, they are using high-yielding variety of seeds, chemical fertilizers, pesticides, all these are. And this needs a lot of money, which is not possible on the part of the poor farmers. Which is not possible on the part of the poor farmers who afford the cost of cultivation. First demerits. Second demerits, it decreases the fertility of the soil as farmers have to apply huge amount of chemical fertilizers, pesticides, etc. Okay. Secondly, as it needs huge amount of water also, the water levels on the groundwater levels also goes and diminishing day by day. So these are the demerits of the Green Revolution also. Farmers of Punjab, Haryana and Western Uttar Pradesh. Farmers of Punjab, Haryana and Western Uttar Pradesh, they were the first to try out the modern method of cultivation. And the first state, that is the Punjab, is at the top position to apply the chemical fertilizers and pesticides to a high extent. All these are the merits and demerits of them. Another point, will the land sustain? Will the land sustain? No. As we are practicing modern method of cultivation, the sustainability of the land also, or the fertility of the soil also go on decreasing day by day. So in order to maintain its fertility, so we have to be careful about it. Another point is there, the consumption of chemical fertilizers. The consumption of chemical fertilizers in Punjab is highest in the country. All the states of the different states are using the chemical fertilizers, but the consumption of chemical fertilizers is highest in the state, that is Punjab. How is land distributed between the farmers of Palampur? Another point, how is land distributed among the farmers of Palampur? Actually, you know that unfortunately not all the people engaged in agriculture have sufficient land for, you must have realized how important land is for farming. Unfortunately, not all the people engaged in agriculture have sufficient land for cultivation. Some people were landless, some people have very less area of land holdings, and some were more than 10 hectares of land also. In Palampur, the total land area was 450 families were there in village Palampur. Out of these 450 families, 1/3 of it, that is 150, were landless. They did not have their own land. and very few of them out of this of the remaining families who own land, 240 families cultivate. Most of them have Dalit and have no land. These 150, they were Dalits, they did not have their own land. Of the remaining families who own land, 240 families cultivate small plots of land. 240 families cultivate less than 2 hectares of land. And the rest, 60 families, they have more than 2 hectares of land area with them. And very few of them, more than 10 hectares of land were available to the village, to the farmers in the village, Palampur. Okay, so here different things who will provide the labor. So as the farming activity is going on there, who provides this labor? Especially those who are landless people, or those farmers who have very less areas of land holding after finishing or completing their own agricultural activities, they provide labor to the others. So farm laborers come either from landless families or families cultivating small plots of land. Here also, the capital needed in farming, we have already discussed everything. The capital, those who are poor farmers, it is very difficult on their part to meet the cost of agricultural expenditure. So some poor farmers, they had to bear loan from other rich farmers at higher rate of interest, and they were leading a very miserable life. So this green revolution, it is an important part, though it is a demerits of green revolution, which is not possible on the part of the poor farmers. Sale of surplus farm products. As the farming activity is the main economic activity in village Palampur, so they were cultivating, they were producing, they are harvesting, they were producing huge quantity of grains, and they were keeping for their own family consumption, and balance amount of crops they were selling in the market in Sahapur or in the Sahapur. All these are things. So besides all these are the different factors, different things regarding the farming activity in the village Palampur. In the next class, we will discuss about the non-farm activities in village Palampur. Thank you.